Yes, I know, I've made a lot of videos lately revolving around Wii games, but who can blame me? The Wii has shared a lot of love with families, the games, the funny moments, and causing a lot of people to break their things.
Right here, I'm getting ready to serve. All I do is throw that ball up in the air, and when oh, jeez, and there goes the tennis racket.
So, what Wii thing am I going to talk about today? Well, I think the time has come for me to rank all the games in the Wii series, from Wii Sports all the way to Nintendo Switch Sports. And yes, I'm including Nintendo Switch Sports because it's still technically in the Wii series. I've made videos on Wii Play, Wii Party, and Wii Fit, and now I think it's time. And yes, I may have never made a video on Wii Music because I don't want to. And I also haven't made an updated video on Wii Sports, but I have made one way back in 2020. And in that video, I forgot to talk about bowling. You know, the most popular sport in that whole entire game. I honestly don't know how I forgot to talk about it, especially since that's my favorite sport in that game. So you can go watch that video if you want. But now, finally, let's rank all the games in the Wii series. Before we get started, I want you to take a look at this. No. Don't click off this video. Please subscribe. Anyways, let's jump straight into this. Usually when I make my ranking videos, I rank them using numbers, but today I'm actually going to use an actual tier list because I want to be professional. And please remember that this is my opinion, so don't leave a comment saying, Nario, you barnacle. I don't know who you think you is trying to diss on Wii Music like that, but trust, you got another thing coming and you better count your day. Just don't leave any comments like that or I will have to respond with care, or I have to find out where you live and respond to you and your whole family.
See my pinky, see my thumb, see my fist, you better run.
First, we're going to talk about the only, well, I shouldn't say the one and only because there's been like 4 remakes of this game. But let's start with the original Wii Sports. This, as we all know it, was bundled with all of the Wiis, so you can just imagine the sales. It sold 82.85 million copies worldwide. But I probably know what you're thinking. How did this game get 80 plus million sales and the Wii got 100 plus million sales if it was bundled? Well, it wasn't bundled with the Wii in Japan and South Korea for some reason. And to answer the other question you're thinking, don't ask how I knew you were thinking that. This game was like a tech demo for the Wii to showcase the new stuff the Wii gave to offer way back in 2006. And that was motion controls. Motion controls in gaming were new at the time, so you can see why this thing blew up. I shouldn't have to explain this game to you really. Everyone knows what Wii Sports is. You know how you ask your grandpa now, who was alive back in the 1940s and 50s, tell you how everything worked back then? That's gonna be us in 40 years when your grandchild asks how the 2010s and 20s were. Hey grandpa, I just know you have tons of stories to tell us about things that happened way back in the 2010s and 20s. Like, how did things work back then? Well, grandson, we had much more drama and wars and honestly a lot of problematic things than we do today. And we had Wii Sports. The basics, it came packaged with 5 games: tennis, baseball, bowling, golf, and boxing. They're kind of all dumbed down to be in the game, like baseball usually has 9 innings, but this game only has 3. Boxing usually takes almost 50 minutes with it being 12 rounds, and this game only has 3 rounds. And also, people don't have arms. Hey dude, ready to play tennis? Yeah, let me just get my jacket off. Oh my god, your arms! Oh yeah, I didn't tell you, I cut them off. Why? Pfft, you don't need arms to play tennis. Now let's play. The graphics are actually mind-blowing for a 2006 game in my opinion. I mean, this is a time where flat screens were just becoming kind of a new thing, and smartphones were becoming introduced, and Disney channels still look like this. All in all, I think Wii Sports is an amazing game. It has all you need for a tech demo that's supposed to be showcasing the new and improved thing for that console, and it did that. While it may not give you like a real sporting vibe, and you may not have crowds cheering for you while playing, it is so good, and for the first game on this list, it has to be our first S tier. Next game. Wii Play is actually an underrated game in my opinion. It gets ripped on way too much. I mean, it's actually a fun game. I guess it gets ripped on probably because of scenarios like this. Hey, do you guys remember Mario Galaxy? Oh yeah, I used to play that every single day after school. Oh, how about Mario Kart Wii? Yep, that is my favorite Mario Kart game of all time. Oh, how about Wii Play? But I honestly think Wii Play is a great game. While it definitely doesn't top Wii Sports, it does have more mini games and a ton of new ways to use the Wii Remote. There's a whole entire game referencing Duck Hunt called Shooting Range. You shoot a variety of things like balloons, cans, targets, and eventually shooting down UFOs to make sure your meat doesn't get sent into toxic space, which will suck their eyes out and eventually cause them to die. Rated E for everyone. I guess Demi Lovato was right. Aliens are real. I mean, ETs. Find Me is a game that literally fits its name. You just find a me or 2 or 3 me's that fit the description the game gives you. It makes it harder by giving you more me's to find, putting more me's on the street, and somehow making outside pitch black. No, seriously, there's no moon, no sun, just darkness. Table tennis is just table tennis. There's not really much to it. Table tennis with creepy floating hands. Pose Me is basically you trying to match the pose and the bubbles falling down. It's definitely one of those games that the developers made when they were high, because seriously, what is this game? I'm not saying it's bad, but it's just so random. I get matching poses, but the bubbles, the background changing into flowers and ducks is literally just so weird and random. The E3 version of this game is better. I mean, look at this. It looks like you were in an underground auto-scroller and had to match the poses along the way and try to collect coins and avoid obstacles. Do you know how fun that'll be? But sadly, it turned into this. How can something like that turn into this? The only problem from the E3 version is that the Mii's look super creepy and eerie. It makes me glad that we got the Mii's we know and love today. But I'm not going to sit here and talk about Wii Play all day. We got other games to talk about. Just know other games that Wii Play include laser hockey, pool, fishing, charge, and tanks. It eventually went on to sell 28 million copies worldwide. All in all, I'll put Wii Play in B tier. Like I said, it's a good game, it just doesn't top Wii Sports. If you want to find out more about it, how about go watch my video? It's right here. I don't want to talk about Wii Fit all that much since I literally just made a video about it. Just know it's a workout game. It probably won't help you lose weight like Ring Fit Adventure would, but I guess it's more family oriented. I shouldn't have to explain it. It tracks your weight and has all types of mini games to help you quote unquote lose weight. Maybe the strength training mini games can help you strengthen up your body though. I think it's actually a nice concept of a game. Beforehand, who ever heard of a video game trying to help you lose weight? No, Mario DDR does not count. It introduces us to the Wii balance board and how it can be used in different ways. It went on to sell 22.67 million copies worldwide. So I'll put this in A tier because it's a pretty cool game and better than Wii Play for sure. There's another Wii game that was not released in the US called Wii Chess, but I'm not going to rank it because it was literally only released in Europe and Japan. And let me ask y'all a serious question. How many of you guys in the US and everywhere else that's not Europe and Japan heard of Wii Chess before Scott the Wise dropped a video on it? Not many? I didn't think so. I never played Wii Music a day in my life, but from what I've heard, it's a big pile of garbage. It seems like all you do is just play music, and that's obviously what they were going for, but come on. There's only 4 minigames, and while it has 50 songs available, 7 of them are from Nintendo games. Yeah, it's got some really popular songs in there like Wake Me Up Before You Go Go, Earth, Wind & Fire, September, Madonna's Material Girl, but I feel like there should have been more Nintendo related songs in there. And plus, it just looks boring. And it went on to sell 2.65 million copies worldwide. I'm sorry to all the hardcore Wii music fans out there, but this game is going down to D tier. Wii Sports Resort, a new and improved Wii Sports. It now features 12 games with 2 sports returning, bowling and golf. Well, 3 if you count table tennis, which is from Wii Play. To play Resort, you have to have a Wii Motion Plus accessory, which was a giant brick add-on to the Wii Remote. It was an instructional video in the game, but probably only a few people watched it because it's so simple. The brick is like a nunchuck. You just plug it in at the bottom of the Wii Remote. The new games are actually fun, like swordplay, archery, wakeboarding, and more. And it's all on this new island called Woohoo Island. Though my favorite part of the game is at the very beginning, when you first start the game, you literally skydive down the Woohoo Island, which was a pretty cool idea the developers had. The only thing I don't like about this game is that not all the sports from the original Wii Sports are back. Like, where is tennis, baseball, boxing? But other than that, this game is pretty cool. This game just shows off the new kind of motion that the new accessory to the Wii Remote can do. Also, in late 2010, Nintendo started releasing Wii controllers that had the Motion Plus accessory built in, so there was no need for you to have a big brick on your controller to play this game. It went on to sell 33 million copies worldwide. I'll put Resort in A tier because, like I said, it would have been better if the game had the other sports that was missing, but it's still a great game. Like I said, I won't talk about this game as much because of a recent video I made, but just know that it's Wii Fit, but better. It has all the original things it had before and just adds more. like a whole new section of minigames called Training Plus that uses the balance board in a new way. You can also make your own routines now, and you can add pets and babies so they can do body tests. So it's a better version of Wii Fit, although it went on to sell less than the original with 21 million copies worldwide. And you know what? I don't care what anybody thinks. This game is going in S tier. Fight me. No, literally fight me in the boxing ring. I'll get my girl Lisa, and I'll get Matt on you. Wii Party. Mario Party, but with Mii's. And I gotta be honest with you, this game is underrated. But it doesn't feel the same as Mario Party, but it's still a great game. It's got loads of modes and mini games you can play, like bingo and friend connection and tons of more. And the music is phenomenal, especially the main menu music. And it's just like, wow, I'm surprised this game didn't get enough recognition with it only selling 9.32 million copies worldwide. And even though I've been praising this game, I'm gonna put it in B tier above Wii Play because like I said, it just doesn't have the same feel as Mario Party, but it's still a good game. You would think that since Wii Play got ripped on a lot that it wasn't going to get a sequel. Well, think again, you hobknocker.
I swear, you're all just a bunch of hobknockers.
Hobknockers?
Because it did with Wii Play Motion. It's like Wii Sports Resort, but kind of worse in a way. Sure, it has 12 brand new minigames with one returning, but I feel like it's just Wii Party again, like it's unused minigames from Wii Party. Yes, there's new minigames. Yes, there's new motion with the Wii Motion Plus involved. But like I said, it's literally just Wii Party, but with less things. But if you compare the original Wii Play to this one, I would say motion is better. But it's so drastically. And when I say drastically, I mean drastically. Because compared to Wii Play's 28 million copies, this game only sold 1.26 million copies worldwide. But I'm still going to put it in B tier below Wii Party. And it was also the last Wii series game to release on the Wii. So now it's time to step over to the Wii U. Wii Party U is a totally new game. And I mean, there is like no returning things from the original except for Spot the Sneak. And maybe a new board game, Highway Rollers, is similar to the board game Island from the original. But other than that, everything is new in HD. I actually feel like this game is better than the original because I feel like I'm playing a totally different game. And that's in the good way. While I still don't get that feeling of Mario Party and is still not better than Mario Party, in my opinion, it comes close to it. It makes great use of the gamepad with its mini games and modes. It has a lot of options for you to play. It's like you'll never get bored with it. But with how good it is, it sold 1.35 million copies worldwide. But in my opinion, it's going in A tier. Welcome to NFL on Fox, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're diving back into quarter 3 of Wii Sports. Let's go! But no, seriously, this is the third but not final Wii Sports iteration. This game, Wii Sports Club, is literally just an HD remake of Wii Sports. No new minigames like Wii Sports Resort, just the same 5 classic Wii Sports games. There's also clubs we can join. It's based on the state we live in, and it just counts up the online wins the state you're in have. Not really much, just Wii Sports, but in HD. And of course, this game had to implement something with the gamepad, so only 2 sports use the gamepad, baseball and golf. In baseball, you can now use the gamepad to pitch and catch the incoming balls, which I thought was pretty neat. And in golf, you kind of use the gamepad kind of like a golf ball. No, that doesn't mean you physically hit your gamepad with a golf club. And when Miiverse was still available, it can display Miiverse posts when you're not using the gamepad. But if I remember correctly, this game didn't come with all the sports. When this game first released almost 10 years ago, only 2 sports were available. Tennis and bowling, I think it was. And I just remember thinking when this game first came out, wow, that's really stupid. Wii Sports, a game very known for having 5 classic sports, only released with 2. Of course, the other sports came later down the line. And if I remember correctly again, you had to buy them individually until a physical version of the game came out. And you might be thinking classic Nintendo and rolling your eyes, but trust me, back then, this was all new. Of course, when New Super Mario Bros. U released alongside the Wii U, months after, Nintendo released New Super Luigi U as an add-on for $20. It's now a physical game now, but that was really new. And of course, Smash did it, but Smash 4 wasn't out yet. Nintendo releasing content after the game release, like whoever heard of that back in the Wii days before the Wii U. You see, back in my days, Nintendo actually released physical copies of the game that had the number 2 on it or had plus on it to let you know that, hey, this is extra stuff. But all in all, I don't know how many sales Wii Sports Club did because I literally could not find anything on it for some reason. But I think this game deserves to be an A tier because sure, it's in HD, it's got fresh controls, but I feel like it would have been better if some of the sports from Resort came in. But it's still a good game. Not about to talk about this game as much because you know why at this point. Wii Fit U is the same as the other games, but you know, they have to implement something with the gamepad. You can now take pictures with the gamepad during the body test. During yoga and strength training mini games, you can now use the camera to see your posture along with the trainer, and a lot of new mini games use the gamepad. A new category called Dance was added where you use 2 Wii Motion Plus controllers to dance along with the instructor. This can also be used with the gamepad for a similar reason with the yoga and strength training mini games. This game is good in HD, but not all the mini games from Wii Fit Plus are here. And I feel like those games would definitely be great in HD. Sure, some are here, but I feel like it would have been better if all the mini games from it were in this game. I don't know how many sales this game has either, but just know in my opinion, this game deserves to be an A tier. Would have been an S tier if all the games from Wii Fit Plus were here, but hey, it's still a good game. Now for the final game we're talking about, the final Wii Sports iteration, Nintendo Switch Sports, obviously for the GameCube. But no, seriously, while this game is good, not all the sports from the original and not all the sports from Resort are here. Yes, we got tennis, bowling, and eventually we got golf, and we got swordplay from Resort, now called Chambra, along with new sports, volleyball and soccer, but there's no basketball, wakeboarding, where's boxing and baseball? I think this game is fun, but if you're a hardcore Wii Sports fan and grew up on the original, this game may not be for you. Mii's aren't the main focus either. New characters named Sportsmates are the main focus. You can customize your character with new items coming weekly, but if you want, you can play with your Mii as well. So far, the game sold 4.84 million sales, but it's still the Switch's lifetime, and the game has been out for basically a year now. I'm gonna put this in B tier because, like I said, fun game, just not enough content from the original. Well, there you go, my tier list of games in the Wii series. I've been talking for so long, my mouth is dry. So, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.